Hello everyone and welcome to Arrow. Now I'm going to do this intro, but you all know at this point I'm no longer reacting to The Flash, so I recap Flash episodes right before my Arrow reaction. If you are not interested in this, skip to this timestamp for my Arrow reaction. Okay, so Ralph just got yeeted off a building by blood work. Didn't see that coming. I was expecting the monitor to show up for some reason, the way that they were panning off of him and Ralph was looking off into the distance. I thought the monitor was going to show up and be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. But no, it was blood work. So that's interesting. Don't know what's going to happen there. Can I just say, I'm going to talk more about technicalities this episode more than the actual story because I feel like those shined way more. But Danielle Panabaker directed this episode again. This is her second episode directing, I think, directing anything at all. And it already feels like she is a seasonal director. The first 20 minutes of the show, I completely forgot that she was directing. I was like, well, this is a good filler-ish type episode of The Flash, when I realized, oh no, this is Danielle's second episode directing. She already feels so natural at it. The entire episode it fit into the flow of The Flash so nicely, and all of the calls to James Bond this episode was awesome. The music, the music, get it? Because they used a Muse song. That was amazing. The way that they did that final fight with, instead of it being the Flash and Elongated Man, it was Barry Allen and Ralph Dibny, was really, really cool. And I love the drunk Barry and Ralph just being so cocky. And another thing about Ralph, I didn't realize how much I admire him and think of him as one of my favorite characters on the show until this season, really. His, detective skills have been so useful. Last season they were kind of dampered a little bit because we had Sherlock, but this season they are really heightened and he's doing such a good job and he knows how to play the game so well. So it's going to be interesting to see, if something does happen to Barry or if we go a few episodes without him or something along those lines. I would be interested to see what type of role Ralph takes and how, because right now he is deemed the protector of Central City because the Flash will be gone, but I'm thinking like what other type, I would like to see like what happens when Barry's gone, like what type of person he becomes. He's already a great person, but I'm wondering like if he will evolve even more. Nash had a storyline with, they said her name a whole bunch of times, but the girl who could do the light thingy, you know who I'm talking about, and that was all well and good, but the real bit of information, one, Nash just straight up outed Barry, which I was like, of course, no one doesn't know that Barry's the Flash anymore. And that was the other thing too, at the press conference when Barry was speaking as the Flash, I was like, you're not even gonna do your whole voice. I mean, I know that voice modulator thing that he used to do in season 1, I think maybe a little bit in season 2, has been long gone, but dude, like, how does no one know? Then again, it's like Kara and Supergirl. It's like, how does no one know that it's her? So you just have to get that idea out of your head. But I lost my train of thought. Oh no. It's complete. Oh, Nash. Okay. Nash, and he said she reminded him of someone, so I'm maybe wondering if he had a younger sister or a daughter or something along those lines, because when he looked back when she was on the couch, he had like tears in his eyes. So I'm wondering if he lost someone very close to him or that sort of relationship. That was interesting. The other thing, the quick thing, I was like, where the hell is Iris? The last 2 episodes, she hasn't really been in it. Because the one before it was whenever Barry and Iris went on vacation, and this one she was barely in it. So I'm kind of like expecting an Iris-filled episode soon, because it seems like she hasn't really been in it, and I've kind of noticed her absence a little bit. That was one note that I picked up on. But other than that, the directing, the color grading was really, really unique this episode. But yeah, oh yeah, Cecile and Chester. Chester was the last thing I was missing. Chester was in this episode. He seemed cool. He seems cool. And Cecile was trying to figure out her role and everything and how she will be without being the DA anymore, because she's up and left and she's basically just rerouted her whole career path, and it's scary. And I like that we got to see her have this conflict within herself, because it is just a scary thing to do. But yeah, and also, last note of this, the honoring of Barry Allen was specifically nice. I like the fact that they did that instead of the Flash, because even the whole notes of the episode were like, Ralph was like, you need to not think of yourself as just a Flash, you're also Barry Allen. And I like how everything got tied together. But yeah, that's everything. Now I'm going to start with Arrow. Last time on Arrow was, they're all together. Everyone's together, and maybe betrayal by Laurel. I don't think it's going to be a betrayal by Laurel. I think she'll do the right thing and maybe tell Oliver, or maybe like stew with it a little bit. And also Russia. So let's get started with Arrow. Oh, we're halfway through the season, or after this episode we'll be halfway done. Wow, that's crazy. My whole thing is, why hasn't Oliver talked to Barry about this, since this is cosmic? I mean, I know show technicality wise here, but at the same time, is it Mia? Oh wait. Ah! Oh no, it's training time. I'm so happy she gets to show her skills off to her dad. The one time I pay attention to the names, I saw one. God damn it. I didn't want to. Dang it. Oh, I saw another one.
Wait, plutonium as in a nuclear bomb?
That was the first person that I saw, or the second person.
Our mutual friend sent me.
Oh, what? Oh, spilling secrets.
I thought Oliver was your friend. Yes. This is bigger than him. Bigger than any of us. Well, whatever the monitor offered you must be really something for you to be able to betray everyone that you care about. I am doing this for them.
Ooh, I'm going to talk about Lila afterwards, because I have thoughts and feelings so far, but that could change because it's only the beginning of the episode. It's going to be, yeah. Hi, Roy. I saw Colton Haynes' name at the beginning. Dang it.
So, this is Russia.
Not what you were expecting?
Yeah, it's Russia. The color changed.
It's very rude to insult man's homeland.
Hey, boy.
Oh, actually, you know, I have seen some very crazy things in my life. But adult children also quit sitting in my bar. I hope you don't think badly of me. Last time we met, you were little, and I was on the wrong side of history. Hate the push. I like this one already.
You said you wanted to atone. We can't do that by fixing cars. You do that by rejoining the team. And now you think you can't control your blood loss? It's only because you haven't figured out a way that works.
Because there is no way. We're already here. So I'm gonna help you. And once we're done, I'm going to disappear. To a place where even one of you can't find me.
No, 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 no. That's future. You gotta prevent that shit.
So I win and then you give us the plans. Done deal. Excellent. I will go make it so.
Laurel's like, just, come on.
You saw that Goliath, right?
You need like you need a tag team to take this guy down. I feel like Oliver's gonna lose. No, he's gonna get distracted. He's gonna get distracted with them there. Or maybe not. I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Yoinks. She's impressed. Maybe. I can't read that.
Felicity sent Wayne to that island to find you because she believed in you. You go back to Star City, man. You work with the kids. You help them save the city, Roy. How is that possible? Because you found the way to control your bloodlust. You kept your distance because you believed that you were a danger to everyone around you. But the real danger was believing that you can deal with your past alone.
Everyone needs a Diggle talk.
Ring the bell.
Oh!
You have 60 seconds.
Interesting. Oh, I love her theme sneaking in there. Oh! was right there.
Are you okay?
You should have been able to do it.
Oh, I should have no slack now.
To do what? Hell.
It's his move, man.
Me and William get to stay at the bar, right?
No.
You know, both of you.
No. I have a feeling there's less drama out here. In the future, we're the ones that are saving the city.
Well, this isn't the future. This is months after I was heartbroken right before I left that I couldn't get you on the phone at your grandparents'. Walked into your room to look at you one last time, and you looked back at me from your crib.
And because you made the choice to protect us, I had to spend my whole life alone. I didn't have a chance to get to know my brother, to get to know you.
I'm sorry that it worked out that way, but I made a promise to your mother to keep you safe, and there is no world, there is no universe, there's no past, present, or future where I break it.
Fine.
Whew.
Your children are not weak, Oliver. They're also not children. Whatever it is you have to say, they can handle it. If you do not, they will never learn to be heroes.
Missed Anatoly. I am so happily surprised that he has lasted throughout the entire show. Like, good for him.
Oh, good. We have time for one more fight before we leave.
Stop trying to send us home. We're not leaving.
Good. You and I are going in the ring together as a team.
Tag team, like I said earlier. Oh. Oh. Cheats. Oh my gosh. Lovely.
From this point forward, whatever you want to know, whatever you might want to ask me is fair game. Okay?
Like dislocating your thumbs? Because I can't believe I missed that.
Maybe something a little less painful.
What about that island that you were on?
It's me and you.
It's a long story.
It's Mandarin for purgatory.
Took about 5 years to tell.
You think that'd be enough? Yeah, well, this should do the trick. I think I'm gonna stick around for a while.
Yeah!
You're gonna be taking on a space college.
Roy!
I'll help you can get. I'll let you change your mind. Being father really suits you.
Oh, this might be the last time we see him.
Goodbye, Eva. Let's go.
Bye, buddy. Whoa.
That's what they want to say.
What?
I was wrong.
One last hilarious Russian joke for the road.
Sorry to doubt you. I guess never really can change what's.
Did you bring the plans? About that. I've decided not
Woo, Laurel!
cosmic fashion. Then you won't get your Earth back. If saving it means going back to the person that I used to be, then what the hell is the point?
Love, love.
You really have changed.
Yep.
But you should really tell your family the truth. Not yet. This is gonna be a little awkward.
I don't want to believe it.
I'm sorry.
Who's that? Modern?
What have you done?
This just brings me full circle, you know? Was that it? Yes, that's it. No more, no more, no more. Okay, this brings me full circle because I mentioned at the beginning of the episode that I wanted to talk about Lila and her motivations, and now that yeah, it was really good. I don't blame Lila. I really like Lila. I think I've always really liked Lila. I don't know quite why. There's something about her that I really enjoy watching, and Lila is one of those people that sees the facts of the situation, assesses what she thinks is right, and then goes for it no matter what. And I think that's what she's doing right now with the Monitor. Now, I don't know how long she's been working for him, how long she's been, kind of dual identities, as you would say. It could be since the very beginning, since we've seen her. It could be a couple years. I don't know. I hope we get backstory on that. I hope we see flashbacks with that and her journey, but I don't know if we'll get that or not. But if they are setting her up for what she is supposed to be, I hope that they take that story route. The other thing that I want to talk about mainly before I get into just the episode itself is Mia and the actress who plays Mia. She does such a good job. Like, she has this presence of, I think she embodies both Oliver and Felicity so well. And I know I've talked about this in the past, but watching this episode and watching her, find out more about her dad and learning from him and trying to impress him, but keeping it low key her facial expressions were sometimes hard to read, but in a good way, in a way that you were like, you shouldn't know what she's thinking right now, but you will later on. And I love that. And I think, if this backdoor pilot that they are planning with her, Laurel and Dinah goes off and it's fantastic, I think that those three will make a great team, and her being, the Green Arrow of that show, like how we have Oliver of, Arrow, I think she's going to do a really, really great job, and she's already doing such a good job here, and I'm glad that we are getting these moments between her and Oliver and her and the rest of the team now. Like, mending the two storylines, mending the future and the past is the smartest thing they could have done. If it was, we always felt disconnected with the future storyline because the stakes in it weren't, we haven't been a part of those. We haven't seen the past 20 years, we only see the past however many years that we've had with Arrow. And now that we are it's one continuous storyline, it's making it so much better. It's making me more invested in Mia and more invested in Connor and William. So that's all very interesting. I love seeing Anatoly. I have a feeling that's the last time we're going to see him this episode, or this at all, really. And like I said, I think in the reaction, if I included it, but I am so proud of the fact that he went from being on the island with Oliver, being on that ship, to where he is now. Most of the people on the island have either died or, died or came back. I think it's just Slade, Sarah, and Anatoly and Oliver are the only four left from the island, I think. I can't be 100% sure because there was a lot of storyline, but it was awesome to see him again, and he will be missed if that's going to be the last time we see him again. Roy's back this episode. Glad that they are already starting to change the storyline, with him now being with the team now instead of what would be later on. Hopefully that will cure some of his bloodlust, or will temper down some of his bloodlust. Him straight up leaving Thea wasn't nice, especially with Thea, but then again, Thea has a handful, but it would be nice to see. I don't know if we'll see Thea again. I hope we do, but I would like to see Thea and Roy reunite again. That would be really sweet. As for what's going to happen, I'm so happy that Laurel decided not to. I didn't think she was going to betray Oliver, but there was a part of me that was a little bit worried because she is a bit of a wild card. You know what I mean? She still is. It's interesting because I think Flash and Arrow both have these two characters that are kind of on the same path, like Killer Frost and Laurel. And, I would never expect Killer Frost to do anything menacing again, because she hasn't really done anything menacing, where Laurel has, and she has hurt people, she's killed people, and there's always going to be, you know what I mean? There was a part of me that was a little bit, oh, wait, no. Now that's completely gone. She had the chance to, what she assumes, to bring her entire Earth back, and she chose not to betray Oliver and not to become the person that she was before. And now I think she's solidified her as being like a good person and a hero. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen next week. I hope we get some explanation on Lila soon. You know, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and one of those is the crossover. So essentially we have 4 episodes of Arrow left. You know, not counting the crossovers, even though I assume they're going to be Oliver heavy because he seems to be a key part in all of this. But, you know, we only have 4 episodes left, and I would like to see what else they're going to throw back to. You know, we had kind of Malcolm Merlyn within the first episode. We had Russia. We had the League of Assassins. Like, I'm curious to see if we'll see Slade again. Or, you know, I'm trying to think who else. I mean, Damien Dark, but Damien Dark turned to... You can't bring Damien Dark back onto Arrow after... If you've seen Legends of Tomorrow, if you haven't, please go watch it. But Damien Dark, his character transformed into something beautiful, and I love him, and I would never, ever want to see him return to Arrow. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to see him return to Arrow, but at the same time I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to see what he was on Arrow. What he was on Arrow was not... I hated him. He killed Laurel. He was just his villain. No, but on Legends, he turned into this fantastic character, and I wouldn't want to see him back reverting into that role, even though I love to see the character again, if that makes any sense. I would love to see Prometheus again, like actually Prometheus again. That would be really cool. Season 6 didn't really have villains. Season 7. Season 7 have, what was season 7's? Oh, Amico. I was like, who the heck was season, even then, like, I don't know. But Prometheus would probably be, and Slade would be the 2 that I would hope to come back within these last 4. Remember, this is the last season of Arrow, sort of thing. But yeah, that's everything. Yeah, I'm excited for next week. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Arrow with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on the comments, and no spoilers, please. Even if it's the slightest spoiler, I don't want to know anything. I already know a few things that I didn't want to know about Crisis, you know, and I'm sad that I know those things. Because the internet is just likes to spoil and tease, you know? I watched these episodes live. And they put on a Crisis advert. I muted my TV and I shielded my eyes and I went, so I haven't seen them. But I know that they're out there and it's just tricky. I don't want to know anything, you know? I know minimal things, and once the Crisis crossover start at the very beginning, whatever shows first, I think it's probably either Batwoman or Supergirl, whatever part 1, I will kind of like give a breakdown of what I know, and kind of like, hey, this is what I know, this is what I've been spoiled on, / blah 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 blah, you know, all that fun stuff. But yeah, don't say anything in the comments if you can. I'm choosing, I think I might just do a detox and not look at the comments on my Arrow videos because of that possibility. But yeah, that's everything. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I gotta end this because I've just been rambling for the past probably 5 minutes.